Welcome, I'm Mike Rondo, and welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Subscribe if you wish. If you're a subscriber already, welcome back again. I'm smoking more black and gold maple in my favorite pipe, of course. And the reason I'm going with my favorite pipe tonight is because when I got home from work tonight, I got some flaxseed oil, which I needed to season my grill, my new flat top grill. Let me see if I can show you a picture here. Let's see. Here we go. So that's the grill surface. Not that you can see it, but and that's what happens when you put the flaxseed oil on it. See how it turns that golden color there? It's got to get blackish almost. So I came home and I put the flaxseed oil on, and that was interesting. I got it all over my hands because I had to use a paper towel and kind of rub the flaxseed oil on. And so I thought when I was coming in here, I'm like, you know what? I still got some oil on my hand. Let me rub that into this pipe here and darken it up and add that to it. And so that's why I went with my favorite pipe tonight. I think I got maybe 2 more times I'm gonna do the seasoning of the grill. That was pretty interesting. I actually was surprised because the tank I used to fill was the one I used, the propane tank for my heater that I got in here for the winter. I'm like, well, let me try it, and sure enough, I had enough. I still have enough, and I'm surprised by that. So, ooh, bug. I'll probably do that again tomorrow if it's not raining, because by the weekend I want to cook breakfast on it. That's one of the main reasons I wanted this type of grill, the flat top grill, is so I could do eggs, bacon, pancakes, you name it, whatever. Hopefully I get to use it throughout the winter as well, not just the summer. But I'm pretty impressed with it. I like it so far. Granted, I haven't cooked on it yet. I'm just seasoning it as we speak. Got a little late in the year, the grilling season, but that's okay. My other grill kind of shit the bed, so it was kind of like, all right, this is what I'll go with, and that's what happened. Now, tonight's topic, most of you might want to tune out unless you're into podcasting. But if you're a creator, you can kind of relate in some way. I guess it's a continuation because I've mentioned it before with Joe Rogan and Spotify and how there seems to be a problem. They've censored some of his content. Or censored or didn't publish some of his content because people found it offensive or something, or they were sensitive to it or something like that. And so now there's kind of a bit of a war, not a war, but back and forth between the two parties, Joe Rogan, Spotify. Although I think they're fine with each other. I don't think they have an issue, but the employees that work for Spotify apparently are threatening to strike. And if I was Spotify, I'd say, all right, go ahead, there's the door. Go strike. I really don't care. But that's just me. I'm kind of, But, so I got to think about Rogan, and I'm like, well, this contract with Spotify, I'm not sure how it is. I mean, I don't read contracts or anything like that, but I would imagine that there's something in there. If it's a publishing thing, as in like, all right, I'll give you exclusive rights to publish these episodes, meaning they'll appear on your platform first and then everywhere else after. So in a way, he's not really losing anything because you're still going to see these clips on YouTube and everywhere else this show is. It's the biggest podcast in the world, so he's not going to. I don't think he'll have a problem. But in any case, the big problem is people being. And here's the thing. Now, I don't agree a lot about Joe does or thinks or whatever. I find him. I respect the guy for what he's done in the podcast space and as a creator himself. And he's hardworking. He's down to earth and decent guy. I would. It'd be fun to have a conversation with him. And what I like about him is he has everyone on that show from all walks of life, and that's what's appealing to that show. And I think that's why a lot of people tune in. It doesn't matter if you're from the left, the right, in the middle, conspiracy theories, non-conspiracy theories, for pot, against pot, everything in the world he's had on that show, and that's appealing to people. And to be honest, I really wish he would host a presidential debate, because I think we'd probably have the most honest debate if he were hosting it. But which is strange, but it's 2020, right? So par for the course. So the bigger issue is people, and we see, and just even recently, I'd mentioned this on the show the other day, oh, not on the show, but on my channel, where I'd post a picture from 2013, a historical photo that gives you a historical perspective of, like, history's all around you. That's kind of how it, that picture invokes, or these pictures. And there's a thing I follow, World War II Then and Now, I think is the Facebook thing. So it's a picture of Hitler, and then in 1940, I think it was, in front of the Eiffel Tower in this specific spot, and then you see a modern picture imposed on it with a couple kissing in the same spot. So Facebook deemed that inappropriate, and I fought back and forth, and I didn't win, obviously, because it's their and I get it, it's their platform, they can do what they want. With Spotify, there's contracts and everything, so I don't know how that breaks down. But then you have employees threatening to leave because they think he's insensitive with certain guests that he has on or whatever. Well, then you fail to understand what the show is about. You know what I mean? Like, and you don't have to listen to it or like it. So I don't understand what the big hoopla is. But, people are sensitive over everything these days. And, they're censoring this, that, and the other, which is crazy. It's just crazy. The exchange of ideas is an important thing to a constitutional republic. Yeah, we're not a democracy. I get annoyed when a lot of people say democracy. I know it's short-term kind of, short form of saying what we are, but that's not what we are. But anyway, that's my little gripe, personal gripe. But when people talk about the United States, as far as its government. But in any case, so I'm curious where this is going to go with Joe, Spotify, and the employees. Do they have the balls to walk out? Maybe. Everybody likes to protest about everything these days, so probably. If you're Spotify, all right. Are they even union? I don't know if they're union. I don't believe they are, but maybe they are. I'm not sure. But if so, let them go. Joe Rogan's going to make you a lot of money and give you a lot of attention, versus a handful of people that kind of get offended. You can replace them. Joe Rogan's not replaceable for that talent, right? For podcasting. These people here, you can find someone. If you're Spotify. If you're Joe, and where it kind of hits home with me. Not that I'm on the level of Joe or anything like that, but as a producer, content creator, a podcaster, a network owner, you think of this, like, and even when we bring shows onto the network, and we've had a few, I want the shows to control their own destiny. I want them to control all their content. I want them to be able to do what they want to do, run the ads they want to run, the guests that they want to run, have, whatever. I don't want to interfere so much, as little as possible. That's how I like to run it. Because what got my attention, and the reason we brought you on, is because you do what you do. I don't want to take away from that. That's how I roll. Spotify, I don't know how that all worked out, or, I give Joe credit. He worked his ass off to get that big paycheck. He did, and he got it. Spotify, obviously they know what they're getting with him, I hope. So where is this going to go? Is this going to get ugly as time progresses? I think so, actually. I really do. And I wonder how Joe has... I mean, Joe can't have a contract that's not in favor of him, or like both parties have to have a contract that has a clause if this doesn't work out, whatever, for whatever reason. So there's got to be certain clauses, like if Joe decides, well, you don't got my back, you're taking away my content, I can split, right? But does he got to give a certain amount of money back, maybe, or whatever? And if Spotify says, well, you know what, this isn't working for us, you just go, and Joe gets to keep all the money or whatever. I hope so for Joe. I want Joe to be able to do what Joe does. Because like I said, I like listening. I actually like his clips, to be honest. I like checking out those clips when he has certain guests on or whatever, and it's very interesting. And even myself, now I like to challenge my point of view, so I'll listen to other people's point of views. And Joe's show gives access to a lot of people that you wouldn't normally hunt down or find. Like, the beauty of Joe's show is, okay, so they get this certain type of guest on, but I believe this way, but they believe that way. So I'll listen to them because it's on Joe's show and it happens to be in the thing, or I'll see the clips or something like that, and it makes me think. You don't get that with other shows. You're not going to get that on the mainstream with MSNBC, CNN, Fox News, OAN, whatever, blah, 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 all those news. You're going to get a one-sided kind of perspective. You're not going to get the guest. And even if you bring that guest on, that has a different point of view, it's to cause tension and get people riled up. It's not to have any constructive conversation. Because Joe's very even keel, monotone when he's having his discussion. It's just having a regular conversation. He doesn't get excited all that much. And you kind of get where they're going with the conversation. And it's a good conversation. So you don't get that with many shows. And again, I'm not the biggest fan of Joe, but I respect the guy, and I enjoy the way he goes about his show. You can learn something from it. Hopefully it gets resolved, and I don't even use Spotify all that much. I have it. The Cantina Cast is on it. The Basement's on it. It's fine. Ooh, good smoke in my face there. It doesn't, it's not that big a deal, to be honest. Spotify, what's the other ones? Now Amazon's in the game. The Cantina Cast is on that. If they don't play whatever, no big deal. I think Joe has a way of controlling his content, right? Because he's still got his... I'm sure JoeRogan.com. He's got his own RSS feed with Libsyn. I believe Libsyn is the one that hosts him. So they have that. They got all that stuff. So there's way. Even if they decide Spotify, oh, we're not going to play this episode, we'll find it. You'll be able to find it. It's just too bad Spotify is taking this kind of stance, and it kind of feels like a little double-sided, well, not double-sided, a backhand slight to Joe in a way where you signed the deal, you made out your thing, and then all of a sudden there's controversy. You're taking content and not putting it up, but, Joe's like, all right, it's not that big a deal. Kind of says an apology, which I wasn't a fan of. Why should he apologize for the content that he does? He shouldn't do that anyway. And you got to understand what he's trying to get at there. Context is everything. And then you get the employees saying, well, we're going to boycott, we're going to walk out or whatever. It seems like the deal it's off to a bad start, right? Which is a shame. Really is. The other issue, podcasting's going very corporate these days anyway. Not that that's a big deal. I mean, I'm all in favor of capitalism and doing your thing. And it's tough for the little guy these days to build something. If you get money behind it or any kind of professional production behind it, it drowns out little podcasts. Which is a shame, because most of the little podcasts are better than the ones that are mass-produced, to be honest. But anyway, that's my rant for tonight. Sorry, my pipe smokers, if you were looking for some pipe-related content, but don't worry, that'll be coming. I just had to get that off my chest as a podcaster myself. I felt it was important. And I think Joe, he's going to control his content. He'll be fine. He's got a nice check. I'm sure he'll be pretty fine no matter what, and stuff. So, but anyway, that's it for tonight. What else did I had? I had some other thoughts too, and I can't think of it right now because I was thinking of Joe and all that. But I'll save that. Anyway, thanks for joining me, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow night, and I am almost approaching 100 videos, which will be this is what it is. So I'll be approaching 100 videos by Thursday. So this is what, 96, so 97, 98, 99. So I had planned to do my on location videos for my hunt this week, but I was going to record 2 episodes Saturday and Sunday of this past weekend, and I didn't do that, as you know. So I'm not exactly where I wanted to be. Like, I would have been hitting, I think, 100 tonight or tomorrow had I done that. So I'm going to do 100 video. I guess me celebrating I did 100 videos. And then the next 2 days, next day, I'll release those 2 videos, and I'll go on location for other things too. So, but anyway, that's what I had on my mind there. And anyway, I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my pipe here. I will see you guys later on.